Well, on September 1st of 2007, I really realized the impact of cigarette smoking on my family. And that was the day that I lost my brother, who was 48 years old. We were all standing in the drive, and my brother, Mark, took a big gulp of water, and he just collapsed. And his heart just stopped at that moment.
My grandfather, he smoked Marlboro cigarettes and died in 2013. We spent a lot of time together in the garage and played together a lot since I had no siblings to play with.
I've grown up around basically my entire family smoking. My stepdad, my brother, my uncles, my aunts, my cousins, everybody had picked it up. My grandmother had passed away from complications due to smoking, and it really, really affected me. Me and her, we would always sing together, would walk around. She was the one who ended up teaching me how to read.
I was a 2-pack-a-day smoker for 25 years. Got cancer in the upper left jaw, had to have all my teeth removed, and my upper left jaw is gone, the roof of my mouth is gone. I also had 4 lymph nodes removed.
At 45, I was sweating, of course, a lot, coughing, and thought it was smokers coughing. One day I'm walking and I blacked out and didn't know what happened or why. And the doctor said, well, you have emphysema. And I said, what? Emphysema? He said, yeah, it's a progressive disease of your lungs. And I said, well, what do I have to do to get better? He said, it doesn't get better. It's progressive and it gets worse.
I lost my father to lung cancer in August of 2016. And it was a really devastating loss for us. You know, I always wanted to be a physician. He always supported me. And all that time, I could just never help him quit. So it was a really devastating loss for me. So Big Tobacco spends $1 million an hour. That's $9 billion a year. Advertising, giving discounts, coupons to suck everyone in from young children, 12 and over, to get them hooked onto their little box of death. It's disgusting. Who else pays so much money to get you hooked onto a product that's only benefit is death and illness and disease and suffering? So it makes me angrier than anything else. So why we're bowing down in Indiana to them, I have no idea.
Yeah, they target our youth, which is horrendous.
Big Tobacco is targeting children because their brains are still developing.
People are dying from this, and people are getting maimed from this, and yet it's still legal.
And they want that money until you die. Everyone quit smoking, I tell them. You're either going to quit on your own or you're going to quit in the grave. The single #1 most important thing we could do to decrease smoking rates is raise the price.
When we raise this, there's going to be people that will quit.
I would say you should raise the tax because you're not helping anybody just sitting there not raising the tax.
Raising the price of cigarettes, just the tax in general, would impact young people because if you can kind of dig in people's pockets, it gets them to wake up a little bit.
But this is a different type of tax. This is a tax to save lives.
We could raise $350 million a year more in funds that we could spend on tobacco education, prevention, health care. We spend $7.6 billion a year in health care and other related costs when it comes to tobacco-related disease. There is no reason for that, not one.
We want this change. We need this change. I think if more people grasp the idea that this is a problem, it's affecting our youth, it's affecting our future, then we can make this difference.
We just have accepted it for so long, that this is a thing, it's not going to go away. Well, it's not going to go away if people just sit around and do nothing about it.
If you would have seen what my father went through, it was heartbreaking and preventable. He could still have 10 good years to be here with us.
If there was one thing that I could say to my brother, is that I'm sorry I wasn't that naggy little sister that I always was growing up, and tell him that he shouldn't have smoked. He should have gave that up a long time ago.
We can do it. I just know we can. This is our year.